Hello guys. All right, so in this video I'm going to shoot you a tutorial on how to combine schemawriter and yacss in order to boost local rankings. So previously, a couple of months ago, I uploaded a similar video on a company, and I decided to take that down, but I'm shooting it now again. And this time I'm selecting a random company that's got nothing to do with me. It's just an example. And I'm showing you the general principles, and then you can apply your own ideas. I'm just showing you the general principles. So let's get started. So we have two steps, and this video is going to be a little bit long. So just so that you know, 20-30 minutes, something like that. So what we will do first is I will identify a random company in Google, create their company profile here in schemawriter, then run a report, extract the information from the schema, and build out a cloud stack in yacss. So let's get started. Let's see. Let's go to Google Maps. Google Maps. Good. And let's go to USA. Let's see here. So let's take Kansas. And what's the city in Kansas called? Kansas City. Okay. So let's take Locksmith, Kansas City, and search for that. Locksmith, Kansas City. Let's see here. All right, so what we're seeing now is when I'm searching like this, Locksmith, Kansas City, or Kansas City like this, I'm seeing a selection of a couple of Google business profiles. And you can see here in the center of the screen, you can see that this is the Google Maps. And all of these pins, they show me a Google business profile. And over here to the left, you can see the results. And over here to the right, you can see Google Chrome plugin called, I don't know. I don't remember the name of this plugin actually. Is it Pleber? I think it might be Pleber. I think actually. So what I'm looking for now is I'm looking for a company that actually has a Google business profile, preferably with a visible address, because then it will be possible for me to actually import them into schemawriter automatically. So we see here that Smallwood Log and Supply, they are there. So I go to schemawriter, I click company information, add new, fetch info from Google. I just enter in the name, and Smallwood Log and Supply, I click check. And now they're created. So I can see here Smallwood Log and Supply. I don't know their legal name. All of these fields, they're not necessary because this is just an example. I'm creating the example for you as we speak. Company websites, don't they have a company website? Let's see here, Smallwood Log. Let's just include that. I mean, who wouldn't include the company profile? But otherwise, you can see that some information has been filled in automatically, and that's the information that we're able to extract using the API from Google, the local business API, Place API. So let's see, let's just click save. Good. And I think that as this is a local business, let's just import the cities and postal codes and include them in the schema. So I just click this yellow button here, GeoRadio schema. I also want to include points of interest. I want to see 25 kilometers, or let's say 20 kilometers. Click generate. So what it's doing now, it's using it's using the APIs that we have implemented into schemawriter, and it's now going out to fetch all the zip codes and the city areas that it knows, and also the points of interest, and including them in the schema. Points of interest could be restaurants, could be hotels, could be a zoo, stuff like that. So let's see what it says. And if I should say that if it's a densely populated area with a lot of zip codes, a lot of cities, obviously it might take longer. So let's see what it says. I'll just click pause while it's working. Now it's done. So let me just click save here. So we now saved our schema, so we can see the organization schema here, and we can see the local business schema here, and we can see the places, and we should be able to see zip codes. Where are they? The zip codes are here. Okay. So yeah, so that's the end of this story. So yeah, so let's say that these guys, they want to rank for locksmith, Kansas City. Locksmith, Kansas City. So I go to schemawriter, I click generate new. Oh no, sorry, I forgot something. Of course, I need to import their sitemap. Hold on, sitemap .xml. No. Okay, so I don't know what the sitemap. I'm not sure that this is a WordPress, so I don't know the sitemap URL, because normally in WordPress it's sitemap.xml or sitemaps.xml, but it's obviously not. That's not it. So I don't know what the XML sitemap is. So I'll just I'll just generate a report, select the company, small words. Where are they? Here. And I will paste in the target URL here. That's their homepage. I don't have the XML sitemap URL, so yeah, I cannot import their sitemap. So what I'll say Kansas City locksmith. Kansas City locksmith. Country, United States. Auto, language, auto, and auto. Yeah, so yeah, that's it. So so this is a tip for you with schemawriter. If you don't know what the XML sitemap URL is, and I don't know in the case of this company, then you can still paste in or write in the URL manually. So click generate. So of course, the advantage of importing the sitemap is that, for example, if I click my own company, then I have imported my sitemap. Then I can just create the URL, the target URL here. But but you can still write it manually. Let me just click pause while it's generating. All right, so now it is done. So let's check. So you can see here that the company is Smallwood Login Supply. The keyword is Kansas City Locksmith, and the target URL is smallwoodlock.com. So let's click view here. I click this button. So what I can see here is I can see the schema. I'm scrolling down here, so I can see the schema that has been generated, and that's a long piece of schema. So we can actually just copy here and go to schema.org. Oops. Validates, code snippets, and run tests. So no errors, and we can see that we have 357 pieces, 357 lines of schema code. Let me go back to schemawriter. So in this particular instance, I do not want to have product schema because I don't need the review stars for this. So what I need to do now is I need to open web page schema, because what we're doing here with schemawriter is we are going into the target URL, and then we're scraping the entities that we detect in the target URL, and then we are inserting them automatically. But you can see that some of these entities will be relevant and some of them will be not as relevant. So for example, Bluetooth, although I don't know, I'm not a locksmith, it might actually be technically relevant. I'm not sure it's that super duper relevant for the search term Kansas City locksmith, so I'll just choose to remove it. Programmer, remove it. Locksmith scam, scam targeting people. I'll remove that. Harry Houdini. Houdini was a magician, illusionist, good with locks. Remove that. Football player, remove that. So I have locksmithing and lockpicking. All right, mentions. I'll remove Pride, Bluetooth. Oh, let me just click save actually. So I save my work. Bluetooth, programmer, privacy, manufacturing, smart lock. Okay, yes, I'll keep that. So what I'll do now is I go to the entities tab here, and then I'll see if there are entities that I want to include. So these are the entities that we detect on the target URL, and these are the entities we detect in the top 10 competition. Lock, home security, that's a good one. Rekeying, yeah. I think that this is it. Save changes. Yeah, I think that this is it actually. So yeah, I think this is it. This is a good idea. So yeah, now we're done. So let me go to the iframe. So of course in schemawriter you still have we still scrape the content of the target URL, and we also produce the FAQ contents. And something I'm working on is auto content, a small article that we are creating based on the entities. It's not done yet, so you don't have access to that. I'm just showing you. Iframe. Yeah, so the iframe is the reason that I want to show you the iframe now, because that's what we're going to use in yacss when we're building the cloud stacks. And the idea for this is that we grab this piece of schema, we combine it with the Google Business Profile page, shareable page, so we can create our own iframe, and then we paste it into the cloud stacks. That's the general idea. And then the general idea is that by doing that, you're generating a series of web pages that have the Google Business Profile page embedded, and also the schema embedded into that iframe. And the idea is that this boosts the GBP rankings. And it's not only an idea. I know that it boosts the rankings, but that's the idea, and that's the intended output of this procedure. So what I will do is I will click share, and I'll click integrate a map, and I will click copy HTML, and I'll just open Notepad, and then I will grab this URL here. It's a very long URL, because I know that this version of the URL can be embedded. And let me click preview. Yeah, so you can see I have the iframe here, and I can say I want it to be 400 times 400. And so there's a field down here called keyword input, and you can choose to do like this, locksmith. And what you will see over here to the left, that this keyword will then be used inside of the script, or actually outside of the script, but inside of the iframe. And that will actually be kind of like the anchor text keyword in the iframe. But what we did is we implemented this option here, entities from about mentions in spin tags. Doot. So when I click on this guy here, it automatically grabs the keywords, the entities that you scraped, that you produced, and inserted into your schema, and inserts them here in spin tags. And the reason that this is super duper clever is because I built this to work with yacss. So normally when it's spin tags, it doesn't work, but in yacss it works because we program this automatically to work together with yacss. Let me just click save here. So what I do is now is I click copy, and I can open my, let me just paste it in here. Yeah, so that's a long piece of schema and iframe. So we have that here now. Let's see here. Yeah, so all right, so what I do now is I go, let me just click preview again to see that it still works. It does. Yeah, so what I do now is I go over to yacss and I click on stack builder. And the name of the website is locksmith Kansas City. And the keyword is locksmith Kansas City. And the reason that I need a keyword here is because when I'm building cloud stacks in yacss, one of the options, the easiest option in the content generation, is fully automated. And if I select fully automated, it actually generates the article for me based on these keywords. So I'll just use that for now. Target URL, I will not have a target URL because the point of this cloud stack is not to, boost some page with immense authority. So there's no target URL per se. The point of this cloud stack is to build a mesh, a web of interlinked cloud pages that are uploaded to various cloud sites with the Google Business Profile embedded or iframes. So I will not have a target URL here. So it's actually very simple for me. I will select buckets manually. I will select Amazon. My account is this guy here. I will create a bucket. Kansas Locksmith 1. That. I will create one more bucket. Oh, 2 seconds. Doot. So I click this plus button here. I'll create one more bucket here. Plus. I'll select a different region. Let me take EU North. Kansas Locksmith 2. Doot. So now I have these two buckets. I click close. I select Amazon. And I'm going to select some of the other clouds also. I just want to show you how it looks like when you have this tiered system. So down here you can see so what I have now is a 4-tiered system. I have tier 4, tier 3, tier 2, tier 1. I don't have a target URL in this case, so yeah, actually should not show that, but this is the tiered system here I have. So you can see here it shows me actually what clouds it's placing the cloud sites on, and in this case it's Amazon AWS2, AWS1, AWS2, AWS1, and what is AWS2, AWS1? It's these buckets here. So AWS1 is this bucket, AWS2 it's this bucket. So just click close again. So what I will do now is I will click on DigitalOcean. I will select my account, that's called new, and Kansas locksmith1 add doot. Did I not do that anything? Ah, okay. Yeah, so there's a bit of a delay here with the DigitalOcean. Probably also tried this. So yeah, so I just created one bucket called Kansas Locksmith 1, New York City. I click close. Doot. And now the diagram updated, so you can see it's a mixture of DigitalOcean, Amazon 2 and Amazon 1. Let's just for fun select Vulture, Kansas Locksmith 1, add, and close. So you can see Vulture was fast, the same as Amazon. So I select Vulture, and the diagram should be updated now. So Vulture, DigitalOcean, blah, 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 blah. So what I'm doing now is I'm creating 31 cloud pages. So, what I'm doing is I'm only creating one article centered around the keyword locksmith Kansas City. And this article will be spun. So it's the same article, it's just in spin tags over in 31 versions. So if you want a unique AI article for each page, you select this guy here. And Kansas City Locksmith, you enter your keyword here and click 31 and click generate block titles. So once again, if you select the fully automated, only one article will be generated. It will be 2,000 to 2,500 words in length, and then it will be spun. But obviously it's better. It's also a little bit more expensive, of course, because now I'm generating 31 articles. But I don't want to, actually it only generated 11 meta titles I could see, but I don't want to, I don't want to spend any money on that because it's only a test. So I will just keep with the fully automated version. So that's only one article in spin tags. So, but what I want to do now is I want to click on special contents. I want to click on one. And I want to write here Kansas City Locksmith. And what I want to do now is I want to click on source. And what I want to do now is I want to click on copy and go back to yacss and click on paste and click on, so actually click on source. So now what I can see is I have my iframe with my map, and included in this iframe, I can't see that now, but included in this iframe is the schema codes. So actually I'm not sure, it's still included even if I click the source, So I have the schema code and I have the keywords here in spin tags. You can see here locksmithing, lockpicking, lock, home security, and so on and so forth. So the anchor text keywords are in spin tags. And this is an iframe. It's not the same as a link, it's an iframe. But still, somehow it transfers some power to this Google Business Profile so that the local rankings go up for this profile. So, and that's basically it. I'm basically done now. So the principle of building these cloud stacks is that you go into this Google Business Profile, in this case, Smallwood Login Supply. Then you grab the shareable URL here, the integration URL. So it's actually an URL that you can actually use in an iframe. Copy this, paste it in schemawriter, produce the schema, export the iframe over to yacss, and then you do that for other properties also. It could be Facebook posts, it could be YouTube videos, it could be everything related to this company. It could be images. You can right click here, open an image in new tab. You can actually also grab this URL, go to schemawriter, and just actually insert that instead. Preview. So perhaps this does not allow to be iframes. This particular version of this image, actually I don't know. It looks like it, but you can actually grab a lot of. You can also actually take the reviews here and click share, click integrate, and then grab this URL from the review, because these can also be iframes. So in this way, you can create a lot of iframes using schemawriter and then embed these in the cloud stack. So, and the way to insert more than one iframe is to click on source, and below this iframe, you just insert one more iframe and one more iframe and one more iframe. So there's no limit to how many iframes you can insert it, except of course it takes some time to produce the iframes, but there's not a limit inside of yacss. So yeah, so that's the general principle of how to do these, how to build these cloud stacks. Let me just click generate, see if I have any errors. Does not seem like it. So right now it's building this cloud stack for Locksmith, Kansas City. And once this is done, what you want to do is you want to click this button here, and then you want to download the CSV file with all the URLs, and then you want to grab these URLs and send them to your favorite indexer. It could be Omega Indexer, could be the new indexing service on Telegram. I forgot the name of this indexing service, but there is some indexing service on Telegram that I also started using, and it seems to be very effective. I also use IndexMe now. The downside of using IndexMe now is that it's very expensive. And let's say that you use, for IndexMe now, the indexer there. So let's say that you use IndexMe now, you use SynBite and a couple of other indexes. Let's say you use 4 indexers. So let's say the IndexMe now actually doesn't work, but it's the 3 other indexes that actually does the indexing for you. It's not IndexMe now, but IndexMe now, they check if your files are indexed, your links are indexed. And if they are indexed, then you pay. And that's not fun, because IndexMe now is, I think is it $0.6 or $0.7 per link per page that you get indexed. So in the case that you are using, let's say 4 or 5 indexing services, I would not use IndexMe now as one of them, because I mean, even if IndexMe now doesn't work and it's the other that does the work for you, then you still end up paying a lot of dollars for such a cloud stack, because I mean, 31 pages, it's not cheap if you want to index all of these pages inside of IndexMe now. So what I'll do now is I'll just click pause and wait till it is done. All right, so now that it is done, I have 2 options. I can either click on this guy here, so boost the cloud site with scrapebox links. I don't want to do that now, so I can click here, and I can click CSV, and I can click this button up here. So what I can see now is all of the URLs, all of the pages that has been generated. So let me just grab one of them. So what's the secret to locating the most effective locksmith professional in Kansas City? And I scroll down. Oh, actually, I think I forgot something. I know I forgot something. Let me just check here. Yeah, so this is the iframe. So what I forgot is that when you click on the stack builder, and when you click on special content, let's see, I just selected one, you need to remember to also place it on the subpages. I did not do that, so that's
7 o'clock. p.m.
That's why it is only placed in the homepage of the stack, and not all of the sub pages. So yeah, so that's just a something that you need to keep in mind, that you need to remember to actually click on this guy also. And the reason that this is not marked by default is that typically the things that I put into the special content, I don't want that to be on the sub pages. Typically, I only want the content in the special content to be in the homepage of the cloud sites that I built. But yeah, in the case of local stacks, you want this iframe to be placed in all the pages. So yeah. So what I actually can do is I can click on my websites. I can click on this guy here. I can click clone. And then I can click, let's see here. Yeah. And then I can click special content and I can click here. And then I can click generate, because then it will be generated again in the same buckets with the proper iframes placed on all pages. So yeah, now you actually saw how to handle that problem. But anyway, so this is how it will look like. And what you will notice is when you look at this Excel sheet here, you will notice that what's the secret, blah, 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 to locating, to discovering. And this is because it's only one article. So if you want to avoid the what is the secret, because this is basically only one article, then you need to go into yacss. When you're when you're building the stack builder, you need to click on content generation. You need to select. So actually we can do it both here and here, but you need to select either one of these two guys here. You could actually also do it here, but one of these two guys, because this selection will allow you to upload one article, your own article. It could be an article from schemawriter in Spintax, and then you can just upload your own meta titles here. So if I have 31 pages, I just need 31 meta titles, right? Because then it will be unique. Or you can select this guy here, and then you will, if you select this guy, yacss will generate the AI content for you based on the meta titles that you paste in this box. So that's up to you if you want to have only one article. You want to have one article in Spintax that you deliver, and then unique meta titles, or if you want to have unique articles on each page with unique meta titles. So you have these options here. We actually just recently included this option also, multiple content file upload for each page. And what this is, it is a request from several users to allow you to upload your own text files. Because again, if you're using, for example, schemawriter, because that's what people are using, mostly if you're using schemawriter to generate unique articles, you can download the individual text files from schemawriter and just upload them to yacss here. So yeah. So yeah, but that's basically it. That was and now it's done with this guy. So let's just download this CSV. See how that looks like. And I hope I did it correctly this time. Let's just check. Yeah. So now I have the iframe, and that's a sub page. So now I know that all of the pages, they have this iframe. So second time I tried it, it actually succeeded, and it generated all of these pages with the iframe for this Google Business Profile. So that was the tutorial. A little bit long, but yeah, I think that you'll manage to build out on the principles that I showed you in this tutorial. Take care, guys.